Grade the Cowboys free agency so far. A little bit more active than in previous years. A, B, C, D, or F. Get those grades in for me in the comment section. This is the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey with the moves that have been made so far by the Dallas Cowboys organization. We're taking a look at what's happened, who they've kept, who they've lost, who they've added, which is really a very short list on that standpoint there. I did not bring over the trade details, so we'll just verbalize it. Stephon Gillmore is a member of the Cowboys, a surprise move as Dallas give up their last comp pick in the 5th round, number 176 overall, a late 5, almost a 6, for a number 2 corner now in Stephon Gillmore, who was still really good for Indianapolis. This might end up being a 1-year rental when it's all said and done. And that's okay if it's just a 1-year rental. It doesn't need to be a multi-year, 5-year cornerback for you. It's not the end of the world there. Getting Gilmore on this team fixes one of your biggest problems last year. That was the dumpster fire that was the cornerback 2 spot. They eventually found something with DaRon Bland, Israel Mukuamu, and you still have Jordan Lewis for now, I suppose, on this roster. But now you feel good about your cornerback spot, and you start to wonder what the future holds for Nahshon Wright, what the future holds for Kelvin Joseph, in light of all the moves the Cowboys have made so far. My grade for the trade itself, and I'm counting the trade as part of free agency because, well, that makes it more fun, is an A. I'm a big fan of the Cowboys choosing to make that move. I thought it was a good decision, a un-Cowboys-like move to get a good player on the cheap. The 5th round comp pick, every now and then it's a DaRon Bland, sure. A lot of times they're players you move on from after a year, if that. I have no complaints at all with that deal. All right, some other grades for the re-signings here. Tony Pollard, $10.1-ish million franchise tag. And I do wonder a little bit if this was the right decision with the benefit of hindsight. I wanted to keep Tony Pollard because there's no speed on this team without him. That's why I was open to using the franchise tag. In general, though, I would rather make a decision. I think the franchise tag is oftentimes a half measure. You're paying a lot of money for a short period of time. Pick one. Either have the guy locked in or move on. And with the way the running back market in free agency has looked, you might have misjudged a little bit. Miles Sanders wasn't as good as Tony Pollard, I don't believe. Got 4 years, $25 million. I don't know if you're looking at a double value deal for Tony Pollard there. You're almost paying him that for 1 year. So my grade for now is TBD. It is a cop-out answer. To be fair, I somewhat apologize for it, but I'm not going to say that it's the perfect deal there in the end. I want to wait and see what else happens on the Tony Pollard front. By the way, the injury, I am not worried about it. He'll be fine with a broken leg. So again, the question we asked at the top of today's show is also today's pinned comment. Grade the Cowboys free agency so far. If you haven't already voted, go to the pinned comment and do it right there for you. It is, as I said, the pinned comment of today's show. So head down there, grade it for me, A, B, C, D, or F. Terence Steele is next up here. The Cowboys gave Steele the 2nd round tender that was worth $4.3 million. I'm going to give it a B. I thought they might give him the 1st round tender. I think the injury made the Cowboys think they could be cautious and not jump into giving Terence Steele the full 1st round tender, and opposing teams will think, we're not going to pay him coming off the injury. We'll be cautious from that standpoint there. So I'll give it a B. Really kind of no other grade. I think I was going to give it a B no matter what, maybe. It's a tender. It's pretty easy there. Potential long-term deal could be done once he gets a little bit more fully healthy. Today's Cowboys Report is sponsored by Athletic Greens. I take AG1 by Athletic Greens literally every day. Get comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition at athleticgreens.com/chatsports. I gave AG1 a try because I wanted better gut health and a supplement that actually tastes great. I take AG1 in the morning, and it makes me prepared to take on my day. Once baby Olivia is all set up with her breakfast, I make my own AG1. I don't feel the need for caffeine in the morning anymore, and I feel energized throughout my day. Plus, AG1 empowers the gut for whole body health. Covering my nutritional basis today literally couldn't be any easier. That's why I trust Athletic Greens. I mix 1 small scoop of AG1 with water and drink it first thing each morning. I'm done just like that. And I like that it costs less than $3 a day. It's pretty good, if you ask me. It's a really effective daily habit with the highest quality sourced ingredients, making it the old win-win. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/chatsports. That's athleticgreens.com/chatsports. Links in the comments section and the description of today's show. Donovan Wilson, the actual numbers did come in, by the way. 3 years, $21 million on that front. That was a pretty darn good deal for the Dallas Cowboys. He wanted 8. Cowboys wanted to give him 4, allegedly, and it ended up being more on the 8 side there. The coaching staff wanted him. Dan Quinn, Mike McCarthy wanted him too there. Wilson was an impact player for you as a mostly box safety. Very good football player. I did not want to lose him. I was very glad he stuck around. It's not the greatest team deal ever. It's like a massive steal, but it's a good deal. So I'm going to give it a B+. I would have been upset if they had not kept Donovan Wilson. You get a lot of B+ in free agency. You'll often end up getting some A's from the overall grade standpoint. Of the moves made so far, I think we're mostly going to say Stephon Gillmore, right? But what has been the best move made by your Dallas Cowboys at this point? Sound off for me in the comments section. This one's a valid answer, too. Once again, Leighton Vander Esch sticks around as a member of the Cowboys on a pretty team-friendly deal. 2 years, $8 million. That is it. That is one of the cheaper deals out there for a starting-level inside linebacker. Fantastic deal for the Dallas Cowboys. Vander Esch, the defense missed him when he got hurt, when he wasn't out there. LVE played really, really well this past season for the Dallas Cowboys. Looked more like the rookie year version of Leighton Vander Esch. I'm giving it an A. You're getting a starting caliber linebacker for $4 million. That's really good value. That is an example of I'm fine when they like their guys. So good job there. And then the final re-signing so far, CJ Goodwin is back in Dallas. 1-year deal. As we sit here filming, details not yet known. It'll probably be around $1.3 million would be my guess. Just maybe around the vet minimum. He'll be another core special teamer. Now, when the Cowboys make more moves, and they will, even if they're not the biggest moves out there, we will have you guys covered. So make sure you are subscribed right here to the Cowboys Report. Now, part of free agency is who you end up losing. Connor McGovern jumps the Buffalo Bills. 3 years, $22.35 million. Pretty decent-sized deal for him. That's upper starting guard money. It's more than what you paid Leighton Vander Esch. Happy for you, Connor, but I did not want to pay that money in the end. Luke Gifford, good for him. 2 years, $4 million to the Tennessee Titans, one of the core special teamers the Cowboys ended up losing this free agency cycle. He might get a slightly bigger role in Tennessee, but that was more than what Dallas was going to give him. Same with Noah Brown, who moves down to Houston. 1 year, $2.6 million for Noah Brown. It's double what he made this past year for the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm okay with that. I didn't want to pay him big money. He's a 4th or 5th receiver. If Houston wants to keep adding veterans, hey, more power to him. Finally, Ezekiel Elliott was released by the Dallas Cowboys. If we want to include the Tyron Smith pay cut here, by the way, as part of this conversation, it's not really a loss, also not really a re-signing, but I'll mention him. It was a good deal to Dallas, bring that cap hit down by almost $10 million. Tyron Smith has always been one of the most team-friendly players. Those contracts he's done, it has always been less money. Ezekiel Elliott, though, the era is over in Dallas. The Cowboys are not done. They will make more moves, I promise you. So who do you want the Cowboys to go get next? Let me know in the comments section what player or players you want Big D to add. There are some players who are still unsigned, by the way. Dalton Schultz, the tight end. I think he's gone, I also thought he would have signed by now. So in the event that he doesn't get what he looks, maybe he works his way back to Dallas. I think they will have interest in re-signing both Hankins and Carlos Watkins. We'll see what the money looks like for those guys, / if there's roles for both of them still. Dante Fowler, if you want to bring back, sure, $3 million is my max for him because, he's your fifth edge. It's fine. Anthony Brown with Stephon Gillmore here. I think he's done. Cooper Rush, the quarterback. Longer he goes unsigned, better chance he's back. We will see about T.Y. Hilton. The veteran, I don't know how much he really wants to return, etc. there. Anthony Barr, the linebacker, I think he's going to leave. I don't know if Jason Peters is going to play football anymore. Avion Collins, the offensive lineman, they do want to bring him back, by the way. Rico Dowdle, the running back, was an RFA non-tender. He could still end up back on a much cheaper deal in Dallas. Then your special teamers. Long snappers, Matt Overton, Jake McQuaid. I bet one of them's back. And kicker Brett Maher. He might not be back in the end. So with all the moves made so far, I'm giving the Cowboys a B. I'm not grading on a massive curve because the Cowboys did the things we wanted them to do, and we're happy about that. But in the overall grand scape of NFL free agency, not really an A offseason, but it is a better one than what we've seen. Therefore, it's a B.